Full disclosure, my friend Stephen A. Smith is allowing me to go first on this question.
Yes. I figure you'd speak and then I'd teach.
Yeah, I'm honored to have the honors here. Because I'm here to say that this question is an insult to Michael Jeffrey Jordan. This would be a mismatch. Not so much physically, but psychologically. I'm just going to declare my rules. This is how I would want them to play. To 11 by single baskets, one at a time, and I would want to see make it, take it, meaning winner, if you make the shot, you keep the ball.
Right.
In that setup, Michael Jeffrey Jordan would win 11-2 because Jordan would be talking nonstop from the start, and he would get under LeBron's skin, he would get in LeBron's head, and he very quickly would own LeBron's psyche. And we all know LeBron has been susceptible to that kind of trash talk. We saw what the Dallas Mavericks did to him 2 finals ago. They got under his skin and in his head, starting with Jason the Jet Terry. And the point is, there has never been a greater trash talker than Michael Jordan. And quick story. 1999, I was covering the Chicago Bulls. Tim Floyd's first year as the head coach. They drafted a kid named Corey Benjamin out of Oregon State in the first round, and he made the mistake, with Michael having retired, of saying, I wish Mike was still here because I could take him one-on-one. And one day mid-season, at the end of practice, the media is all gathered, and in walks Michael Jordan in his sweats and walks over to Tim Floyd and says, Mr. Floyd, would you mind, could I have one of your players here at the end of practice, that one right there, you and me, one-on-one right here in front of the media. Right. And they played to 11 by ones, and they played twice. And if memory serves, the scores were 11-2 and 11-1. Michael Jordan over poor Corey Benjamin. And I don't think he ever recovered. He lasted 3 years in the league as a first-round choice, and then he was out. God bless him wherever he is now. That's the kind of thing. And by the way, Corey Benjamin was 6'6" tall, so that's what effectively Michael Jordan would do to LeBron James.
It's beautiful. Well, first of all, let's put things in its proper context. Corey Benjamin never has, never was, never will be LeBron James. So the fact that you told that story, although I appreciate it and it was incredibly entertaining, don't you ever mention that in the same breath when you're going to answer a question.
It's just an example of what this man can do.
It's not an example because you mentioned Corey Benjamin. I forgot he was in the league and I covered the daggone league for the last 17 years. I mean, give me a break. You're Corey Benjamin. You should.
You know, he was going to be pretty good until that day.
I should throw this water
Michael
on you.
destroyed him.
Throw this water on you. Here's the deal. Let's move beyond that. I'm not going to disrespect Michael Jordan by saying he'd lose because I believe I know better. Michael Jordan is an assassin, and Michael Jordan I think he'd win a one-on-one matchup. But for a point of reference, as I have Michael Jordan's stats in front of me on my computer, Michael Jordan in the scoring averages of 37 to 35 to 32 and a half. I don't look at those as his prime years. Just so you know, for me, we're talking about dudes in their prime. I consider Michael Jordan's prime year, 1990-91, the first year they won the title. Because to me, there was a level of elevation to his game. We saw the individual greatness, the fact that nobody could check him and all of this other stuff. But in terms of just being a total package.
Oh, wait, we're doing Jordan in his prime?
No. Yes, you.
Oh, I thought you meant Jordan now.
Stop lying. The point is that, listen, he's joking. Here's the deal. What I'm saying to you is, it's the year that he went. The year they won the title, he averaged 31 and a half points a game.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the arsenal that Michael Jordan had at his disposal. I'd say if he beat LeBron James, it would be something respectable along the lines of 11-7, 11-8. The reason why I feel that way, not because he'd get to LeBron James' head and all of this other stuff, because LeBron James is a superior specimen physically. What happened.
I agree.
Where Jordan would get him is Jordan savvy. Of course, his ability to play. He's got the elevation to his game because we're talking about him in his prime. You know, the whole bit. I think occasionally Jordan would have the ability, obviously, to keep himself in front of LeBron James. He wouldn't be able to get around him. And LeBron James, a couple of those fallaways would miss. Whereas I don't see anything about Jordan that would miss. And that's why I say I'd give Jordan the edge. But make no mistake about it, it would be competitive because remember, LeBron just has to go to the hole. You understand? If he's going to the hole, he's got Jordan by a legit 30 to 40 pounds. That matters. So I'm going to sit there and say by virtue of that along alone, along with LeBron's ability to handle the rock, to get to the ball, to get to the hole with either hand, because he could be ambidextrous. The fact is, I think he would make a game of it. But I will say this for the record. I think Kobe, in his prime, would have a better chance of beating MJ, even though I don't think he'd beat MJ either. I think he'd have a better chance than LeBron because Kobe would be pulling up from threes. And because he'd pull up from threes, it would give him a better chance. But to get to your point, let me tell you a little story. Michael Jordan's in the playoffs. They're playing the Washington Bullets at the time. They ain't the Wizards yet. Calvin Chaney sticking them. Michael Jordan and those guys, it was C-Webb and Jawan Howard, my boy Rod Strickland, an assistant coach on Kentucky right now, who I hope will be a head coach someday. All of them were playing.
You talked to them later?
Well, we haven't spoken in a few weeks, but I'm going down to a Kentucky game. They promised me. I'm going down to watch the Kentucky game this year. I love Cal.
I thought you were going tonight to Florida.
You know, Cal and I go back many, many years. I covered them at UMass when I was covering Temple. The point is, when you look at them, they were going up against the Bulls. And Calvin Chaney and them, they were deadlocked or what have you. And Calvin Chaney looked at Jordan and he said, man, don't you get tired? And Jordan said, look at the clock. And the score was tied. He said, I never get tired. And walked to the bench. And then after that, they went on like an 8-0 run or whatever it was at the time in a game in the nation's capital. I was there. And Jordan scored on a turnaround jump shot. Just juked him, right baseline, turned around. Calvin Chaney had his hand on the ball. Jordan went up, double pump, put it in from the baseline from 15 feet with his body parallel, fell flat on the ground. Naturally, Bernie Bickerstaff, who was the coach at the time, instantly called timeout because he was trying to disrupt Michael Jordan's rhythm. Michael Jordan ran over to Calvin Chaney, bent down, pulled on his shorts, and the game was pretty much over after that play. They were up 8 or 10, and Jordan looked at Calvin Chaney. He said, damn, I'm tired. And walked away.
MJ
Jordan,
story.
He's the man.
Okay,
Yeah. So here's what would happen.
You got to give it, yeah.
Yeah, here's what would happen. Michael, on the first play, would say, I'm going left, and I'm going to hit a jumper off the glass. And he would do exactly that. Then a couple plays later, he'd say, LeBron, I'm going right, and I'm going to dunk on you on this play. Yeah. And he would dunk on him. That's how he executed his one-on-one execution.
All I'm asking you is, let's not act like all the great players didn't do that. Larry Bird, when he got into the fight with Dr. J, the only fight we've ever seen Dr. J get into, is because, and God bless him, because I love me some Julius Dr. J. Irvin. I love that man. But Larry Bird was giving it to him. He said, I'm going to hit the J right here, you know. I'm going to hit this three right here, you know. I'm getting ready to take you to the left, and I'm going to pull up on you right here. And there's nothing. And Dr. J got so frustrated. Yeah. That's how the fight happened, because Larry Bird told him exactly what he was going to do, and then he did it. So, trust me, Michael Jordan isn't the only one that did this. It's just that he's the greatest.
The best point you made was, I give Kobe a shot.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
I give him a shot. I think it'd be close. I'm going to go up to 11-9 because Kobe would tune him out and Kobe would give it back verbally.
Yeah, but LeBron, to say that he would score 2 on Michael Jordan is blasphemous, insulting, and so disrespectful.
Good.
LeBron James would easily score. If Kobe would score 9, LeBron would score 7 or 8.
No, he would not.
Don't be disrespectful.
Thank you for the compliments.
Don't be disrespectful.
That's what I intended.
Don't be disrespectful.
Ooh, I cheated this morning.
Ooh.